Good morning, YouTube, fellow YouTubers. Good morning. I really need to find a better spot for my mount, so when I do, um, the online stuff, um, the video stuff, you can actually, see me a whole lot better. But this, I guess, is the best way so you can see the light or whatever, or so forth and so on. How y'all doing this morning? Wherever you guys are, I hope y'all ain't as cold as I am because this mess. Well, I know Mike is. Yeah, I know you are, Mike, because you live in blizzard country. But yeah, it's a little bit nippy out here today. I even got on my sweatshirt. I had to. I'm brewing some coffee in the back, and let's see. Let's try this. See if we get better. We can get something to prop this up a little bit. How about yeah? Um, it's a little nippy. I'm in North Carolina at Publix Distribution Center, so I left a little early because the truck stop I parked in. And Charles will tell you about this is when you there early, everybody else makes up their own parking spots, and a lot of times they block you in, and then have the nerve to get mad at you when you need them to move. And something told me get up and go because you're going to get blocked in. And the first guy, he's like, he seen me sitting up. I said, "You give me about 30 minutes. I'm waking up, and then I'm out of here." And but then he seen another open spot, and he found that he went there. But in turn, and then another hot shot load came in, a smaller truck. I said, "Man, let me get out of here." I set the clock and I moved out of the way. As soon as I moved out of the way, another 18 wheeler came in, would have blocked me, and then I would have been stuck. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? They don't care, and then have the nerve to get mad at you for waking them up. Hey, bro, I got my spot. I understand everybody needs their spot, but I got mine, and I'm trying to get. That's why I stopped early so I can get out of here. And they get mad, but it's all good. Some say get going, so forth and so on. So that's what it did. You know what I mean? And I'm okay. It's a part of the business. I think tomorrow, um, I wish I could get Charles to come up, but he don't have to. He just while you driving, you could have either emoji or it'll be a blank white screen and just talk because you got Charles has 3 million miles.
I think somewhere around there, 3 million miles on the road. Um, and I think tomorrow our conversation is going to be, why did I get in the trucking? What happened or whatever. I think that's going to be my next subject of so forth. And, we are constantly looking for things to talk about. Um, and it's all good because, like I said, it's about fun and finding what works for me, works for you, works for all of us. Um, I'm gonna get myself in trouble because I didn't go back to the auction site and change it down to $5 for each one. I'm gonna take a chance. Oh, what the heck? Let me know if everything's all right because my screen just jumped. I did 3 bids on lawnmower. They finally showed the pictures. They're salvage lawnmowers. Uh, they're Toro Greensmaster 1000s, and I did a max bid of $100. If by some miracle I'm gonna go for it, but normally the salvage late night it'll max out about 200. So at least I'll feel better. I won't feel like I've been cheated. But if for some strange reason it goes for 100, I'm gonna get them, and it's easier to apologize. It's and be in trouble because I'm trying to build another. I'm trying to build another. What you gonna call it? Another stream of money because, like I said, I've been filming the the greens mat. The core aerator. I've been filming that. It's almost ready to be sold. You see what I'm saying? And what I'm going to do is I'll probably put it for 2,500, but I'll take 15 for it. You see what I'm saying? Um, I'm gonna put some astronomical number. So when the dude want to talk me down, he's like, I'll give you blah blah blah. I don't know. What about this? You know what I'm saying? So I'll take, I'll take a certain amount, and then that'll make up room, and then my next project is coming down the pipe. Well, I don't think it's gonna work. But I remember last time the reason why I have 2 aerators because I told Charles I'm gonna be outbid and I didn't get outbid. Well, we'll see. It is what it is. But the thing about social media and the situations that we all are going through, um, everybody has something that they're going through, something that you've been through, something I've been through. And we laugh about it, but a lot of times, um, I'm not even a licensed psychologist, a clinical, you know, um, counselor or anything, but you can see the hurt, you can see the pain in people's voice because it's projected in nothing but anger. Men ain't shit, women ain't shit, nobody's shit. And I said it in one live, we're gonna wind up like um, Japan. Japan's infrastructure is that they're not reproducing; they're dying off. Um, People are moving from the countryside to the cities, and they're not making babies. They're closing down schools. They're closing down preschools. They're not getting together. And I said this. We're going to that point in our lives. Everybody's about the mighty bag. Everybody's about the mighty dollar. Yes, we need the mighty bag and the mighty dollar, but unlike most folks, I've been broke before. Money means nothing to me. if I'm not happy. Money doesn't mean a damn thing if I'm not happy. I can have all the money in the world. Yeah, yeah, I'll trade you. You can have all the money in the world and still be miserable. You can have money and still be miserable. We are communal beings. We're supposed to be with other people, but we spend our time worrying about what I can get up with them. And a lot of guys. And one lady has said this. A lady has said this. You know, I'm tired of you men uh, saying, you know, that you're going to get a younger woman. So when you was in your 20s, you was slinging your, you know what, all over the place, uh, free penis everywhere. Now that y'all used up, now you want to get someone just like you. Why don't you choose someone your same age, your same, you know, your same situation, your same everything? And that was like a revelation to me. And I'm different. I don't want, even if I could, or if there was a possibility, I don't want no young woman. I don't want no. What are we gonna have in common? Oh, it was she got. Who cares? I want someone. It was so funny. Uh, one woman said, "Marry, marry," and I know y'all don't want to hear this because it's always discussing. Marry a man. Marry a lover. Marry a companion that will change your diaper. Good morning, Irvin. Marry a person that will change your diaper. And that's more deep into it. See, because when we're young, we get with people, oh, he handsome, oh, she's a fox, and and then you find out you got nothing in common. You find out that once you get with them, that they're the most aggravatingest person in the world. You find out, man, I made a piss poor decision. I made I made the wrong choice. And the reason I came up with this subject, it was because um, I'm I'll be on TikTok, but it's not for TikTok, but it's for this other genre where the people read Reddit stories, and the stories that you always hear are, and a lot of them are horrific. I mean, really bad. The stories that you always hear are, you know, one person in the marriage was cheating on the other person. And don't get me wrong, cheating is bad. No good. No bueno. No, not it's not good. But sometimes people are looking and I'm saying they do it the wrong way. You know, they do it the wrong way instead of saying, look, I want a divorce. You're not helping me or whatever. And then but you know, you're not getting any affection. You're not getting any love. You're not getting any appreciation. And then you start searching for it elsewhere. And I'm not saying it is right, it's correct, or whatever. And then all heck breaks loose. And then you get a divorce. I'll be honest with you. I kind of lost track. So I don't know if I'm exaggerating or not. But my last years of my marriage, 5 or 6 years, was sexless. Sexless. There was nothing. Um, and I finally, after a while, I had enough and decided I want, you know, I mean, I just flipped out because I was that quiet person. I just took it and I just flipped out because she had called me on the phone. I was on the road I lost everything over and over and been losing. I was about to lose my house. I lost my motorcycle. I lost everything. I've been making bad decisions, poor choices, the whole 9 yards. And I've been on the road, and all I was eating. Charles to tell you, he eats good on the road. A lot of junk food, whatever. Do you, boo boo? I do it too. But at that time, I had my special bowl, a fork, and ramen noodles. I'd go in the truck stop, fill it up with water, put the seasoning in there, and that's all I was eating, and paying all the bills at home. And my ex got on the phone and just went off on me. And I just had had enough. And I just had enough. And I went off and said, all you do is you're calling me for money, and that's it. You don't even want to talk to me. I said, that's it. I had enough. I want a divorce. And I commenced to cussing her out for a good hour of all the horrific stuff that I put up with and what she put me through. And when I got off that phone, and when I got off that phone, I wasn't like, everybody, I was so enlightened and I was so, felt free. And no, I got off that phone and I cried myself. I cried the hell out of myself. Cried myself, and it was, oh, that's not manly. Hey, you know what? Screw you. I still cried because I had had so much built up pain, and I went through a time of remorse and everything, and got a lawyer and went through the process. And she didn't say nothing. She didn't say nothing, even in front of the judge. She couldn't even look me in the face because she knew she was wrong. And I paid, and I took it because I thought it was my sins. I'm paying for past sins or whatever. I need counsel. Been needing it for years, and I paid for it. But the reason I came up with this subject because I remember my son. He called me. He called me and went off on me on the phone and said that I wasn't his father anymore, and I was breaking up the family, and he's going to change his last name to his mother's last name. And incidentally, in the divorce, she didn't change the last name; she kept my last name. And I mean, calling me a no good son of a bitch, and I mean everything under the sun. And I remember my response. So I let him say everything he needed to say, and I said it calmly. No matter what you say, I'm still going to be your father. No matter what you say, I'm still going to love you the best I can. I didn't do the greatest job in the world, but I'm still your father. And don't act like you're an effing idiot. You seen, good morning. Don't stand like an effing idiot. You seen everything. You was there for everything that your mother did to me. Good morning. Good morning. You were there for everything that your mother did to me. when you and your mother and her mother would go out, they would go out and leave me in the house, knowing I was hungry. They would go out and go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and eat out and not bring me nothing. This was a constant thing while I was struggling to figure out how to pay the bills. Guys, we didn't have enough money. We moved into a new house, and a month later, they turned off the gas. It's embarrassing to say this. A month later, they turned off the gas. When they foreclosed on the house, there was a brand new stove, not a speck of of grime on it because I couldn't afford to turn the gas back on. Do you see what I'm saying? My father, regardless of what he did, he was in um, he was in intensive care, had a stroke, and I was waiting. I said, "Hurry up, bring Walter back. I need him to go see his grandfather." And they literally, uh, I knew her mo. They didn't come back, so I went searching for them, and I found them in a fast food restaurant's parking lot. And I went up and I opened the door and pulled my son out. Come on, let's go. And I looked at her and said, how could you do this to me? You know I was waiting for him to go see his grandfather. And see, it was the evil that she had. And what I'm getting at here is a lot of times we as parents, we don't let our children see the crap that we are going through because it is not their job to take sides. A lot of you women, and I'm not attacking the ones that are in here, but a lot of women, they use the children as pawns, and the children are mad at the other parent or this parent for making mistakes or doing whatever they did, whatever they did. I didn't have sex with my wife for 5 years. And I had one woman, literally, I told that story. She said, I will give you free, you know what? I will do this and this to you. And I said, no, I'm married. I had the ring on my finger. I'm married. No. So I was trying to show that integrity because I was heavy into the church at the time. And this is what I came up with this subject because it reminded me of what I went through. And my question to everybody in the group, do you deserve to be happy after a divorce? Or should you just sit there and take it because you want to keep the family together? I remember we went to counseling. We went to the counselor and she sat there in counseling with a smirk on her face and didn't say a damn thing. I just remember that. We went to and didn't say a damn thing. And I tried. And my question is because you always hear the kids, well, he didn't ask me, my mother or father didn't ask me, so he'll never be my father. And you're right. My wife now will never be my son's mother. Never. But I don't care. Okay. I don't you don't agree. Yes. And see this is and I gotta go back and see how I did the title. But my question is, do you deserve to be happy after a divorce? And the reason I was saying that is a lot of the children, they hold, built up frustration, and a lot of time. And no matter what my wife did, I still did not, and I still to this day don't speak bad because I know that's my son's mother. But I can, and I'm not saying I'm gonna, but I said to him, "You seen everything she did to me, and you think I'm supposed to sit there?" And I took it for all these years. I deserve to be happy. It's not like I had left her and just was racking up with people left and right. No, the misery continued, as we know. I talk about it all the time. And guess what? And I'm gonna say this, Irvin: you don't need the opposite sex for you to find happiness. You don't need the opposite sex. But certain people, which I'm one of them, I needed a jump start.
A summer rain is passing over, and it feels like a dream. I could run and look for shelter, but you hold on to me. I'm under your skies. I'm caught in your eyes. Don't you know you stop the room, and all that I can see is you.
I put that short video. I downloaded it just a few minutes before the live to put a point in. You know, we have to accept that we make mistakes. We have to accept that our choices are not the right choices. You have to you have to understand that you can't you can't keep choosing the same path and expecting something else to manifest itself. It's called being delusional. It's literally called being delusional. You know, I make mistakes. I constantly make mistakes, but I'm striving to be better at it. One of the things that I had to learn as as an adult man, I had to learn how to be happy. I didn't know what it meant to be happy. I didn't know what it meant to I didn't know what it meant to find happiness. I didn't know what it meant to trust someone again. I had to learn how to trust again. I had to learn how to accept again. I had to learn how to speak up and voice my opinion without worrying about repercussions and stuff like that. It's so funny. My good morning, good morning. My wife we were talking about the roof, and she's so hopping on this young cat. My name is Big Mike, little skinny old dude. And I told you guys, good morning. I told you guys, I suck up negative energy. It's called, I'm an empath and don't, and but I know about it, but I don't practice it a lot. And it affected me the other night. And I started to realize that I'm getting upset and I was getting frustrated and I was just sucking up this negative energy. And I told her the next day, and she like, and I said, honey, you are not listening to me. I said, this is a curse. I can't help it. I was sucking up that negative energy. You're messing with my peace, and I need you to understand that. And you know, and then I came back with all the right words to say. And you could hear the tone change in her voice to the respect that I'm due, because I said, look, let me tell you why I got upset. And then I showed her. And then let me tell you why I started sucking up that energy, which I was trying to tell you, look, let it go. Because of this, and it. She said, yes, you're right. I said, yes, you're right. But back to the subject. We have this problem nowadays. Even when our kids are older, we want to let them be the friend. We want to let them be the ones. You can't, mama, you can't have a boyfriend. Daddy, you can't remarry. Mama, you can't remarry. But what's happening when you guys get old? Hold up. Wait a minute. What's going to happen when you get older? Good morning. What's going to happen when you get older, as you're my child that you said I couldn't get remarried again, or you messed up the family or whatever. Now your behind gets old. You find some good man, a good woman. You leave me alone, and I'm left alone in a nursing home to fend for my effing self. So why don't I deserve to be happy? You're happy now. I took care of you. I changed your diapers. Do you see what I'm saying? We treat our kids like they our buddies, our friends. You're my child. I don't care if I'm 90 years old. You're still my child. I don't know if y'all ever seen that video where I don't know if you ever seen that video. I think it's the Braxtons or whatever, and they were talking to Yalla Van Zandt. The lady, one of the Braxtons goes off on Yalla Van Zandt, and then the mother chimes in, and I was like, "That's what I'm talking about." And she told, and that mother went off, and you could see the fear in that grown behind woman's eyes. That fear in that grown behind woman eyes. She said, "You gonna show Yalla Van Zandt the respect that lady is due. Do you understand me?" See, when and this is what happens with single mothers. And I'm not attacking y'all, but when y'all made a mistake and you married a goofball, or you got with a goofball and had a child by this goofball, and now you're left with the kid. Now that kid becomes the man of the house. He ain't the effing man of the house, and you ain't the effing man of the house. You're the woman of the house. You're the queen, and stay the queen. Don't make that little boy step up. Don't mess with his childhood. Let him keep being a child. That's why these young cats are out here robbing and stealing. And the mama's looking the other way because he's bringing money home. I'd rather work 3 to 4 jobs and make sure y'all okay. Y'all remember when we were young, we were latchkey children. Good morning, Fifi. How you doing? We were like, you get off that bus, you go in that house, you lock that door. Don't you come out. Don't you answer that door for nobody. Or you gonna regret it. Y'all remember that? But we use everything under the sun for we cannot be happy. I've been miserable my whole adult life until 8 years ago. And don't, and I preach and I talk about my wife all the time. She ain't the perfect person. But guess what? She's perfect for me. That woman can get on my last damn nerve. But guess what? I'm so happy she gets on my nerve because she is mine. You get what I'm saying? She is mine. You don't know. You see other couples and you see, oh, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. You don't know what that woman did for that man to have him do what he do for her. You don't know what she did that he did for her to know what she do for him. Do y'all feel me on that? You don't know what this person did. This is what I'm getting at. When I met my wife, I was so broken. I wanted to do that. I need to find myself, and I run through the field and listen to the sound of music. But I knew it wasn't gonna happen. But when you get with someone that is strong enough to say, "Hey, this ninja got potential. I can mold him. I can bring him into the fold, and he'll understand." Just simple stuff. Nobody taught me how to pay a bill. I was like, "F you! You gotta find me." But then I started seeing calm and collective. And I was like, "Hey, babe, what you doing?" She said, "Oh, well, I'm paying bills." I said, "Really?" I'm paying bills. Hey, Miss T, how you doing? I'm paying bills. I said, "You paying bills?" And then it dawned on me. When you pay your bills, and I know I'm gonna sound stupid. When you pay your bills, you get good credit. When you get good credit, you get credit cards. When you pay your bills, you get approved for a car loan. When you pay your bills, you get approved for a home loan. When you pay your bills, you can go out traveling. When you pay your bills, you eat better, other than ramen noodles that I was talking about earlier. When you pay your bills, stuff seems to go your way. Do you see what I'm saying? I said, wait a minute. I need see. Remember, I'm telling you, I was talking about positive energy and negative energy. I finally had a woman in my life that's showing me positive energy. This woman paid every last bill, had like $5 in the bank. I said, "You all right?" She said, "Yeah." And she would walk me over to the freezer, and the freezer's full. We got two chest freezers full. A refrigerator in the garage. Chest freezer full, shit falling out. Freezer in the full, junk food all over the place. We both big as a house. We are being blessed. And I'm like, wait a minute. And I started doing that. I started stepping up. Hold up, I gotta get a notebook. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta pay my bills. See, happiness comes in different sections of your life. And just watching your credit go from 5 and some change to 700.
Something that simple. Hello, somebody. Y'all talking about I need a man with money. I need that bag. I need no. There's somebody, I'm not telling their business. They in this chat right now. They with somebody got an 800 credit score. If something went down, that person would say, what do you need me to do? See, you deserve the happiness that is given to you by God. But you got to go off, you got to go for it, and you got to want it. Good morning, Odom. Good morning, Humphrey. How y'all doing? But you see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, okay, if I get married again, I gotta force my child on this other person. You got to love them. No. But you ain't gonna disrespect them either. And vice versa. You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. And like again, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a psychologist and psychiatrist, all that. I just, we just talking here. We just talking here. And the reason I'm saying that is do you deserve to be happy? I only got one person that said it. Urban said it. Yes. You deserve to be happy. Out of all the screw ups in my life, I finally made the right decision when I asked my partner, my lover, my friend, my confidant, my hangout partner, my giggle partner, my cuddle partner, my everything. When I asked her to marry me. Hey, morning, wellness from Fugamon. Look, I'm seeing all these people. Normally, I'll be driving, and we're gonna shut it down in about 8 minutes because I got to go check in. I don't want to be late. You know what I mean? But see, this is what I'm saying. We constantly want to hate on everybody and everything. All ninjas are. All men ain't shit, all women are this, and instead of saying, look, I'm going to keep searching until I find. I'm going to keep searching. And again, you don't have to have someone to make you happy, but you got to keep searching till you find that happiness. If it's the freedom of knowing, okay, I don't want to live with nobody. I don't want to be with nobody. I've had enough of everybody. And that you live on that, do you, boo-boo? What did I do to work on my happiness? It was that peace of mind and knowing you know what? It was finding my purpose in doing things other than pleasing my partner. And I go back to my name. Can't stop walking but love mowing and cruising. I didn't know what made me happy. Cruising makes me happy. Traveling makes me happy. But no, you know what actually made me happy, and I was actually in tears, was when the first lawnmower that I got working. It was it was one of my videos way in the back. It was an old broken down lawnmower. I almost, it was hilarious. it was just beat up, and I spray painted it red, and the carburetor was shooting out. I had a bowl under the carburetor. It was shooting out gasoline. I had it on the driveway. I moved the truck out the way just in case it caught fire and blew up. But I got it started. And I never did nothing like that before in my entire life. I fixed something. I fixed something. And that thing was a tank. I just had so much fun. I fixed it. Didn't know what I was doing, but I fixed it. See, it's not all about sex and all that, but I fixed something. And I tinkered with it and I fixed it. And then I guess what? I changed out a window after paying $2,000 for 3 windows. I just paid it off this year. It took me like 3 or 4 years. But I changed the window in the back. I changed a window. And I did it on my own. That's not happiness to you, but it's happiness to me. Everybody's happiness is different. I used to, when I left my wife, I wouldn't even eat it. I would make dishes and take a picture of them, put them on Instagram. And then I wouldn't even eat them. Because I used to be a cook. I used to be a line chef. I used to be a cook. I was a assistant restaurant manager. I was a Navy. I was a submarine cook. I started searching for what makes me happy. When I met my wife as my girlfriend, she said, "Well, let's do this." Oh, okay. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Everything was, oh, she said, "You always say okay." I said, "You know why? Because the night I almost lost my life, I screamed out to God, said, "God, please, I want to live. I've never done nothing. I had never done nothing. Whatever I did, I'm sorry. Give me a chance. I want to live. I want to do something." And that's why I'm constantly looking for stuff and things to do. I was scared to death when we first did. I couldn't videotape. If y'all have seen the first one, I was crying when we did the first zip line, and we zip lined after a snowstorm in Tennessee, Rocky Mountain. Charles will tell you that one. It was hilarious. And on my page, when you see that we were ziplining across the valleys down in Costa Rica. And even Charles mentioned it, said, "You really into it now?" I said, and I've played it off like I wasn't, but I was. Because I was finding happiness in doing things and seeing life. That's why I followed the lanes. Because they're crazy, they do stuff. And they're good friends, they're good people. That's why he gets the respect from me. And the fact is, I didn't think I was worthy before I got divorced. I didn't think I was worthy after I got divorced. But I damn well know I'm worthy now. You feel me on that? I know I deserve to be happy. Trials and tribulations are going to come. They're going to come. You can't stop them. You just have to learn how to deal with them. You feel me on that? You just have to learn how to deal with them. You, me, anybody in this room deserve to be happy in our situations. Like you said, I'm not judging. You know what? I'll leave that alone. You deserve to be happy. You just got to take it by the reins. You got to take it by the reins and understand and learn from it. Embellish it. Make it a part of you. Make it a part of your life. I thank you guys for coming in. We're moving up to the average of after 6:30. I should start I might change it later on to start the live at 6:30 because that's when it grows. But thank you for you guys coming in. I apologize for yelling and screaming, but that's what the alarm for is in the beginning. We're going to be shutting down because I got to go check in. Um, I got to go check in, and I'm sitting at the distributor. Hi there, Balloon. Negro. Ah! I don't know about that one. But thank you guys for coming in and sharing an hour with me. And thank you those that coming in on the remix. Know that you're well appreciated. You're well appreciated. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about how to get into trucking and all the craziness that followed that. But it also gave me a come up compared to what was going on in my life before that. You guys have a blessed day, and as always, if you don't think no one loves you, know that I love you. God loves you, and you can do it. Don't let nobody talk you down and think that you can't. Be blessed. See y'all tomorrow.